saw a couple nights ago in the performance here from McKenzie today. Is this one just a little bit more frustrating than just the result?
Yeah, because it's like it's a big game, right? Like we have an opportunity to go past Mini tonight with a win, so we know it's a big game, and it's afternoon game, kind of like them. Rested a little bit from the day before, and it was a struggle to create offense, like a real struggle to create offense, and then the turnovers. Like I was just thinking through it. All three goals are. Like I didn't think we gave up a lot of chances, but we didn't get any chances either. And the chances they scored on all their chances, and that was on us. Like we turned the first one over in the neutral zone, so they're beating us into our zone. They turn up and find D2. It's in the back of the net. Second one, our D had it twice in the D zone with time. We turn it back, turn it over, and they find the guy in the slot. And then the third goal, we're going to do the right thing, chip it into the offensive zone. They knock it down, send three guys, and then their fourth guy joins, and we can't get back again. So again, we get beat back into our zone, and the turnover, it's back of the net, But you can't. We're at the point of the year now where you can't make those mistakes and survive them all the time unless your goalie's bailing you out all the time. And he did his part. Like at 1-0. Even though I really liked their penalty kill in a lot of ways, they got three amazing looks. That game could have been 4-0, except Blackwood comes up huge three times on the penalty kills. And on the offensive side of it, we just didn't do enough. Looked like we didn't have the energy to do enough. And then I felt like multiple times in the game, just when we started to come a little bit, took a penalty. So those are momentum killers, especially when you're playing a team that's pretty dangerous in the power play.
How do you coach through that when you say you guys just felt like you guys didn't have the energy? It's like you said, a divisional game, a team that you can pass in the standings. Like, how do you coach through that?
You get the pom-poms out. That's what you do. You're a cheerleader. What are you going to do? If we can't, if we're not, it's not lack of try. It's just you don't have the legs, whatever the reason is. I don't know. You'd have to ask them, but we got to find a way to do that. That game reminded me of the Chicago game.
I was just gonna say, starting with the Chicago game, it's like 7 in a row now, maybe, where it's like a great performance and then not.
Yeah.
Great with that. Is that just the lull of the season, or the schedule getting harder, or is there anything?
Well, it was a tough schedule, no question. You go on the road for 3 with a back-to-back. We played our best game in that on the back-to-back. Then we come home and doesn't look great. Then we play a great game. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
You've been managing Manson and his return to play following his injury. Kind of similar to how we talk about Taves not being at 100%. Is that translating to Manson's game at the moment? Is he not at 100%?
Well, he's not at 100%, but I don't think that's an excuse for his last few games. He is struggling, but it's some of the decision making right now that's getting Manson in trouble.
He's the person who had an awesome opportunity in front of the net during the second period too. What
Yeah.
have you kind of seen from him and his confidence that's maybe kind of
It's coming along, and one thing, he's not cheating us on his work ethic either. He's competitive. He can be sturdy on pucks. He's winning battles. I like to see him skate a little bit more with the puck in the offensive zone and keep guys on his back. But that line's playing limited minutes, and he's highly competitive on his shifts. And every game, it seems like he's got one play or two where you're like, okay, that was a beautiful play, and you see it in practice too. So just a matter of getting in some games where we're not chasing him all the time. We've been chasing a lot of these games, so he hasn't played as much as maybe I would like to.
You made a comment about you guys not being able to generate much in the offensive zone. It seemed like they had sticks and skates and legs in every lane. Was that more a result of what they were doing or what you guys were doing, or combination?
Well, I think it's a combination. I think they did a nice job. But, listen, Mindy's going to play to the inside. They're going to pack it in the house. And their numbers against screens, deflections, rebounds aren't great, right? Well, we had 8 shots through 2 periods. When part of the message is we got to unload it from everywhere and go to the net and attack out of chaos, and we didn't do it. We get it low to high. D1 doesn't want to shoot it. He passes it to D2. D2 overhandles it and passes it back down into the muck in the corner. we need an intent to go to the net and get pucks to the net. It was part of the game plan tonight. It's a night where I look at it and go, like, whatever the game plan was on any given night, some nights I feel like everyone's in tune and we're doing it and following it to a T. Tonight we didn't really do that. You know, if we saw someone coming out to us in our lane, we wouldn't shoot it. Like, we can shoot it past that guy and then see what happens at the net more than we did tonight.
Feels like in the West it's so competitive, like 5 or 6 teams you can see going all the way to a cup. Does that also tell you like the opposite's true when you're not on your game, like this inconsistency that you've seen, that you can fall right back and you're fighting to get a home playoff game at the end of all of it?
Yeah, no question. I think, parity in the league is better than it's ever been after COVID, right? Cap goes flat for whatever it was, 4 years. All the teams that were struggling got a lot of good players, and they've got cap space, and so they're all pushing up. I don't think it's just the West. I think it's both sides. Like, I mean, you look at the fight that we're in for the playoffs. There's got to be 5 teams involved in that fight for the wild card and for the division, and you've got, like, out east it's the same thing. So I mean, you have a bad week and you start dropping, you have a good week, you start climbing, and it's going to be a fight to the finish.